from his position on the pet bed. This is a bad idea. The lock on the diary. It's a minor obstacle. He simply uses a small knife from the kitchen and to cut it as close to where or attach it to the book as possible. It just can't be glued back into place. Huxley opens the books and set it out on one of the dusty boxes so that it makes it more easily read it and turn the pages. His touch is careful, or how suspicious it would be for any of the diary pages to be ripped. Though he notices right away some of the older ones are missing. You originally had those taken out for Delilah, but now you're glad you did. And for an entirely different reason. You never thought about other toys snooping. Dear diary, can't seem to find my own journal, so we'll be starting fresh, but it's a lovely day for so. Much fresh starts rose. Finished another painting today for the foyer. Results are beautiful. Well, she is such a talent with paint. I wish that I could make anything half as lovely. Can't at least say I provide something in return since I'm working for a new dress for her. I do hope she likes it. Dear diary, I asked for some flowers to be put up for some arrangements around the house. It's let's paint so many flowers. I'm sure she would like some for her soul lives as well. I'm not sure why I'm bothering though. Oh, with how difficult she's been lately. It seems like she disagrees with me just for the sake of it. Even on a little thing, I'm not going to say anything about to her about it, but I wish you would stop regardless. Dear diary, honestly, I think she's jealous of me. It's the only thing I can think of. Rose used to be so sweet, but now I was like walking on glass to be around her. Birds and eggshells. Either way, she needs to stop picking fights with me. Our owner is only excited about her because she is something new. It wouldn't have to still be a novelty. She thinks that means she's better than me. Her wooden head is as empty as it sounds when the wind blows through the house. Ooh. Dang, pretty harsh. A crude drawing of a doll's head with the wind blow more than one ear and the other adorns the next page. A couple after that are removed. Dear diary, terribly lonely here. I think the owner sent Rose away with my complaints. I haven't seen her in days, and they won't answer me. He asked to her whereabouts, or has it been weeks? I'm not sure. As if he can't. And have been days since I've been having difficulty remembering exactly when he last spoke, even picturing her face. I wish she had left some self-portraits. I miss her dearly. I say Francis skips ahead. I pass many pages on Monday, nearly going around the empty house. There's from cheerfully recounting of crap projects, desperate letters to no one. I'm expounded on our loneliness. Dear diary. New home with new faces. I was able to bring in a few things with me, but it feels quite frightening all the same. Luckily, Lucille has been a gracious host. She shares everything with me, with an eagerness as it tells me she has been lonely as I have been, and in these past few years. Even though I don't enjoy sleeping in the attic, it gets rather eerie up there. I feel terribly out of place. Maybe if I wish hard enough, I'll return to the home I know. Also, that is the old bed frame that now holds his own bed, and he had just assumed Delilah had always lived here and it was her home. Lucille is not what I thought she was. She He's so cruel and she wants to be. Today we sat out on the roof together. To the start, she pushed me. The owner doesn't believe me. They replaced the arm that was damaged, but my face can't quite be restored. My eye. I feel so broken beyond on that though. Perhaps I'm just very unlucky, but nothing ever quite works out in my favor. If I can convince the owner of what Lucy knows, that perhaps that I'll actually do something. But until then, and I think it's just us to be avoiding her, or at least I say something that would further prevent any sort of peaceful resolution. Dear diary, she deserved it. They won't. Yeah. Whatever. The puppet stares at the pages, chewing his lip, and looking deep in thought. He leaves to the next. He leaves to the next quiet stage of his life until he finds another name. Dear diary, just so long to give to me. Your new friends, Theodore and Whisker, are a delightful pair. I would never say so to them, but I'm a little disappointed that the owner didn't think to bring me a doll like myself. But Theodore is still a kind of gentleman, even if he is rather fuzzy. The section seems to be missing most pages. There are areas where Delilah writes her frustration with her diary, me being tampered with, and how often she finds herself confused about past events. Eventually, Huxley finds in newer pages that Theodore's name simply isn't mentioned again. Not even in a memoir fashion, as when Delilah ended the loss of her initial friend. He finds more recent entries as he seeks the point where he initially arrived. Dear diary, finally a friend. A friend who might be as sad as me, but at least he speaks. At least it's not only me now. At least I can look at his face and recognize him. I started to think perhaps the owner hated me. They pasted me with gifts, but they never let me out anymore. And I know, I have other toys. I can see them from the window or in on their projects. Only just barely. I don't always understand what I'm seeing, but I know that's what they're working with unknowable things, but unknowable faces. If Huxley hadn't arrived, I don't know what I would have done. I was at my wits' end, but finally things are normal again. Dear diary, Huxley's a curious fellow. I'd rather appreciate the humor he brings to the house, even if I wish Whisker wouldn't look at him quite so interestingly. Whisker ignores me when he can. But I'm happy to share my books and my time with Huxley. I don't know if he understands our situation quite the same way I do, but he likely already knows that there won't be more toys added to this home after him, unless one of us were to be replaced, of course. But I wouldn't let that happen. Wouldn't let either of us be replaced, or wouldn't let herself be replaced. The rest is just about things we've done together, though. She does kind of talk about me when she thinks I'm stupid or something. Huxley frowns and finally closes the diary. This was a waste of time. Now I have to fix the strap too. Or say some clothes out of the scrap supplies, I'll just use that. He leaves the attic and turns the book to the original hiding spot. Dial is already there. Why are you acting like that, Whisker? Are you funny little bunny? You never tried to play with my things before. Now give me my hairbrush back. Come. Huh? ... The try is to haphazardly he tries to hide the book behind his loose sleeves. Oh hey Delilah. Hello Huxley. Did you need something? No, it's just it was really quiet up in the attic. Oh, isn't it always though? She smiles amused, but what's up? Charlotte, I give her a silly excuse to come find her. I was just brushing my hair until Whisker stole my brush, silly little thing. Whisker tenses it as Lila reaches for him. He squeaks as she picks him up. Be careful. Notice uncomfortable for him. Oh, he's just being dramatic. He always is when I pick him up. She tugs on the brush and Whisker's paws. Huxley catches on why the rabbit is acting so strange. He tries to inch closer to the dresser while Lila's occupied with Whisker. Both sides right out of his grip. Runs to the floor. Runs when he tries to lean over towards the dresser. Dot dot dot. Drops Whisker. Her eyes trailing right down toward her, lies on the floor. She looked stunned, but only for a moment. What are you doing? That's my private writing. And what's wrong with you? Jeez. Coming into my room and stealing things? You horrible creature. I had a reason, okay? I'm sorry. Shouldn't have done it. What reason could you possibly have for going through my drawers or violating my privacy? I share everything with you, Huxley. I should at least have my own thoughts to myself. I want to know what was going on in your head. You've been getting really mean with me lately. So I thought I'd just see what I was doing wrong, if it was me or you, or if I was doing something that was upsetting you. Should I just talk to you about it? You're accusing me of being mean when you've stolen from me? And just how have I been mistreating you, Huxley? This is my home, and I'm sharing it with you. I make you food and I play games with you. I even fixed you. I wasn't broken, you know. And that's part of it. You do things for me, but then you act like I owe you. Like you're counting how many favors you've given me. Need to turn in later. Let's get so angry about everything if it doesn't go your way. I don't want to feel like I have to watch every little thing I say or you'll get upset. You have an awful attitude, Huxley. What am I supposed to say? Being upset by your rude behavior isn't unreasonable. Disagreeing with you isn't rude. So is stealing not rude either? I already apologized. Oh, no. No. And if the things I do for you make you feel so awful, and I don't think I should do anything for you anymore. You ingrate. You're being ridiculous about this. Coming from a clown. Maybe you're right. Maybe you weren't broken before like I thought. Maybe you're just made wrong in the first place. Ellie cups her hands around her mouth and also the ceiling. You can take your spring back. We don't want it anymore. Delilah, get rid of it. Get out of my house. Stop it. As it shoves Delilah backwards, causing her to stumble. She trips over with her skirt to try and get out of the way. There's a quiet crack when she hits the ground. So stares at her with her eyes wide. I didn't mean. You decide you've seen enough of this. Wait. You skip the clown out of the dollhouse. Delilah picks herself back up. You can see ear lip, and she steps forward likely some minor leg damage. She'll have to fix that. As Huxley clearly you giving him equal footing with Delilah. And the home was a mistake. You carefully tear out the sections of fabric and click key the spring in place in the puppet's body. Once it's done, you set the metal piece aside. That's what she asks for after all. I did. In this case, you're inclined to agree with her. You gently place Huxley back in the dollhouse, his breathing his head. Heavy and his body trembles as he lies on the floor, unwilling to get back up just yet. He's so sensitive about any sort of contact with you, pitiful, really. Lana brushes off her dress and frowns down at him on the ground. And he looks back at her with glossy eyes. Delana, as the expression betrays the level of hurt he's feeling, even beyond the physical change. There's clearly an incredible deep betrayal in his eyes. What? You got by without it before. But since you think my input doesn't matter anymore, there's no reason to keep using the thing I decided to give you, right? You'll figure something out all by yourself. Unless you decide to take back what you said. And plead with me for forgiveness. Darkens and he goes quiet. Silent and sickly. Yeah, stifling the mood in the room. Whisker looks uneasy despite the look not being directed at him. He's quick to leave the room. Well, Bella, you really think you're about this? Your face isn't the only thing that's cracked. The doll's eyes widen as she shoots the clown down with an infuriated look. Is that so? I guess I'll be taking the attic back as well. You came with the room anyway, didn't you? You can sleep in that box. How about you give me your bed instead, so you'll have to sleep in mine. And if you want to keep me out of it, you're so ridiculous. I thought we were friends, but your jealousy clearly is too much for you to overcome. It's such a pity. Why couldn't you just play nicely, Huxley? I was playing nice, that was my mistake. Just watch yourself if you're thinking about getting me with me. You know, or our other friend would be quick to punish you if you raised a hand to me. As I search the room, passing over the ceilings and windows. He knows you're watching, which you should. You don't want him to get any ideas considering you already had to confiscate the spring. Just like that, he seems to lose all energy. You're right. It's pointless. So why don't you just crawl back to your box? Huxley says nothing as he leaves the room, having to pull himself along the floor. When he reaches the stairs, Whisker at least helps. Belle, on your hand, is looking pleased with herself despite the edge of sourness still affecting her mood. Honestly, can you believe the nerve in him? I did so much for him, and he decides to treat me like this in my own home. Clearly, he forgot whose house this is. Shouldn't have expected much that's from a clown anyway. Thank you for looking out for me. I knew you would. We've been through so much together. You check on Huxley. He has returned to his box, curled up inside, much like when you put him in the first place. You imagine that he'll get over his mood with enough time. Hopefully he comes back with a new attitude as well. You expected a little better when you chose him, honestly. In case you're glad that little problem has been taken care of. Later in the evening, as surprising loud sound draws your attention back to the dollhouse. You check the foyer, whereas the large mirror near the attic door remains intact. Huxley doesn't seem to be in the box anymore. He must have snuck back to the attic to sleep. He doesn't seem to be present here either. And it appears the picture frame in this room room also wasn't the source of the noise, as it's still in one piece. You already saw onto the kitchen in the entryway, and it was completely dark. So that leaves besides Chichela's room. Sounds unlikely she has a decorated window, although it would be possible to break it as well. Ella has various plastic necks. It looks like she's awake as well, unless you see a dark shape on her bed. Closer to the bed, you realize that there's something lying on the floor. A brass night piece. You're putting off the inevitable. Finally move the curtain to the last bed and to look in on her. Ah, you're here already. Holy guacamole! Oh my word! I kind of expected to see you in the morning. Whoopsie. I guess this is a little awkward for you, isn't it? You look at the last remains on the bed. One of her glass eyes rests on the comforter. It paints a good replica in her original one after she was first damaged. Now that there isn't even a face to house it, she's only porcelain, but some on the side of her head completely disfigured. Like this still feels horribly cruel. You're probably still looking at her, right? You spoiled her, you know. It's pretty awful. You'd put me in this position. It may be worse for her. Can't imagine someone has to be in her position without being enabled in some ways. Maybe that's why she couldn't get along with anyone before me. But hey, you have a new favorite and now, right? I think that's the thumbnail there. Even if you hate me, I'm the only one now. Or do you only like pretty little dolls? Oh, I didn't do anything to Whisker. I haven't seen it in him since I got the chest piece from the attic. What do you care anyway? If you liked him, you want if let's let I treat him like a pet. Doesn't matter, huh? I hope he got out. Probably gonna break me now anyway, right? Better he doesn't have to see it or see her.